In the middle of the Nevada desert, surrounded by miles of dry mountains and restricted airspace, lies one of the most important military training centers in the world, Nellis Air Force Base. This is not just another airbase. This is where advanced combat strategies are tested, where elite pilots sharpen their skills, and where some of the most secretive aircraft in existence take to the skies. Among them stands a legend, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The B-2 is not just an aircraft, it is a symbol of technological dominance. With its flying wing design and radar-evading capability, it can penetrate the most heavily defended airspace in the world. And when it arrives at Nellis AFB for training operations, it becomes the centerpiece of some of the most intense aerial exercises ever conducted. At first light, before the Nevada sun rises fully above the mountains, ground crews are already working. The air is calm, but the tension is real. The B-2 does not operate like conventional bombers. Every mission begins with detailed inspections. Maintenance teams carefully check the aircraft's composite skin. Unlike traditional metal aircraft, the B-2's outer layer is made of radar-absorbing materials. Even small imperfections can affect its stealth capability. Inside secure briefing rooms, pilots prepare for the mission. B-2 pilots are among the most highly trained aviators in the world. Each mission profile is studied in detail. At Nellis, these missions often simulate real-world conflict scenarios. Enemy air defenses are replicated, electronic warfare systems are activated, fighter jets play the role of hostile interceptors. The goal is simple: stress test the bomber and its crew under near-combat conditions. When the engines ignite, there is no dramatic roar like older bombers. The B-2's engines are buried within the wing to reduce radar and infrared signatures. As the aircraft slowly taxis toward the runway, its bat-like silhouette looks almost unreal against the desert background. Takeoff is smooth and controlled. Despite its massive 172-foot wingspan, the B-2 lifts off with surprising grace. Once airborne, it climbs steadily into the Nevada sky, disappearing visually long before it would appear on most radar systems. Nellis Air Force Base plays a critical role in these operations because of the Nevada test and training range. This vast airspace allows pilots to simulate deep strike missions across long distances. Electronic threat emitters on the ground simulate enemy radar systems. Surface-to-air missile systems are replicated electronically. The B-2 crew must navigate through this invisible battlefield without being detected. Inside the cockpit, the environment is surprisingly calm. The B-2 requires only 2 pilots, the pilot, and a mission commander. Unlike older bombers that required large crews, advanced automation handles many tasks. Large multifunction displays show navigation data, threat environments, and mission objectives. Communication with command centers is secure and encrypted. One of the most important aspects of B-2 operations at Nellis is integration with other aircraft. During red flag exercises, the B-2 does not operate alone. It works alongside F-22 Raptors, F-35 Lightnings IIs, EA-18G Growlers, AWACS aircraft, and aerial refueling tankers. This creates a complete combat ecosystem in the sky. The stealth bomber may enter contested airspace first, eliminating high-value targets such as air defense systems, command centers, and missile launch facilities. Once those threats are neutralized, fighter jets can operate more freely. This strategy reflects real-world doctrine. The B-2 opens the door. Refueling operations are another critical component. Because the B-2 is designed for intercontinental missions, it often practices mid-air refueling. Tanker aircraft like the KC-135 or KC-46 extend the bomber's range significantly. The precision required during aerial refueling is extraordinary. 2 massive aircraft flying at high speed must connect perfectly in mid-air. Night operations add another layer of complexity. The B-2 was designed for long-duration missions, sometimes lasting over 30 hours. Pilots must manage fatigue carefully. The cockpit includes small areas where one pilot can briefly rest while the other maintains control. Discipline and mental endurance are as important as technical skill. Stealth technology remains the B-2's defining feature. Its shape deflects radar waves away from their source. Its materials absorb electromagnetic energy. Even its engine exhaust is designed to reduce heat signature. At Nellis, simulated enemy radar attempts to detect the aircraft. Analysts review the data afterward to measure effectiveness. Maintenance after each mission is extensive. The radar-absorbing coating must be inspected and sometimes repaired. Every inch of the aircraft matters. Unlike conventional bombers, stealth aircraft demand meticulous care. Security at Nellis during B-2 deployments is extremely tight. Access to the aircraft is restricted. Photography is limited. Sensitive components are shielded from public view. The bomber represents decades of classified research and billions of dollars in investment. Historically, the B-2 was developed during the Cold War as a nuclear deterrent platform. However, its role expanded significantly. It has conducted conventional bombing missions in Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. Its ability to strike from the continental United States and hit targets across the globe without landing makes it unique. At Nellis, pilots also train for precision-guided munitions deployment. The B-2 can carry both nuclear and conventional weapons, including JDAM precision bombs. Accuracy is critical. Training simulations measure how effectively the bomber can hit heavily defended targets while remaining undetected. Weather also plays a role in flight operations. Desert conditions can be unpredictable. High winds, temperature shifts, and dust can affect performance. Pilots must adapt constantly. One of the most fascinating aspects of B-2 operations is mission planning. Advanced software models enemy air defenses. Routes are calculated to minimize detection probability. Timing is synchronized with cyber operations and electronic warfare support. The psychological factor cannot be ignored. The knowledge that a B-2 could be overhead, unseen, and unstoppable serves as a powerful deterrent. Its presence alone changes strategic calculations. As exercises conclude, debriefing sessions begin. Every radar contact, every simulated missile launch, every communication exchange is reviewed in detail. Mistakes are analyzed, improvements are identified. This continuous learning process ensures the aircraft remains combat-ready. Looking toward the future, the B-2 will eventually be complemented and partially replaced by the B-21 Raider. However, until that transition is complete, the Spirit remains one of the most capable strategic bombers in the world. When the aircraft finally returns to the runway at Nellis, the landing is smooth and controlled. Ground crews move in quickly. Engines power down. The massive flying wing rests quietly, almost blending into the desert dusk. But behind that quiet exterior lies unmatched capability, a machine designed to operate in the most dangerous environments on Earth. The operations at Nellis Air Force Base are more than training exercises. They are rehearsals for scenarios that could define global security. Each flight strengthens readiness. Each simulation improves survivability. The B-2 Spirit is not just about speed or firepower. It is about invisibility, precision, endurance, and strategy. And in the vast skies above Nevada, it continues to prove why it remains one of the most feared and respected aircraft ever built. As long as advanced air defenses evolve, stealth technology must evolve alongside them. Nellis Air Force Base remains a testing ground for that evolution. In the silence of the Nevada night, long after the engines shut down, one truth remains clear. Air dominance is not accidental. It is trained, tested, and perfected. And at Nellis AFB, the legend of the B-2 Spirit continues to fly.